Hey guys, what's up? It's Danielle. So, for today's video, I thought it would be fun to go ahead and do a weekend vlog. I already did a work week vlog for you guys a couple weeks ago, and some of you seem to really like it. So, I thought it would be fun just to kind of share like what a typical weekend is for me. So, a couple of things that I want to mention, just like little life updates. So, I I don't know if you guys have ever experienced this level of stress before, but I basically experience it on a weekly basis at work. And it got to the point yesterday where I was literally trying to enter time off while I was still at work. So if you guys have ever been in that kind of a position, like, you know how it is. I can totally relate. But anyways, I just think it's kind of funny. But, overall I think it was an okay week. A little bit of a struggle bus, but it's really nothing new. I wish I could honestly tell you guys what it is that I do in full detail, but if I were to do that, you would know way too much. And as far as my work life is concerned, I would prefer to keep that under wraps because it is extremely personal. And not only that, but I'm kind of at the point where everybody in my company actually knows my name. They know what I look like, they know what I do. And I'm not trying to brag or anything when I say that. Like, it's an actual fact. And again, I wish I could elaborate on that, but I can't. So someday I do hope to share with you guys what it is that I actually do. But for right now, I can really only tell you that I work in management. So that's going to have to suffice for now. So, anyways, it is Sunday. Excuse me. And I worked last Sunday. So I have to work a Sunday every 6 weeks. And it's really not that bad because, I mean, we all have to. So I don't really mind it. And, you know, it's like the one day out of my work week when I do have to work a Sunday that is chill. So I can like kind of catch my breath. The only bad thing is that I'm usually so exhausted by the time I get to Sunday that I don't want to actually do anything. So that sounds really bad, but it's definitely the truth. So, anyways, I am actively participating in Lent this year. And if you guys, participate in that, let me know down in the comments what it is that you gave up. I gave up sugar and swearing. The whole swearing thing, I kind of shot that horse in the face like 2 days into Lent. So, yeah, didn't really go that well. And a lot of that is because I really need a way to express my frustration a lot of the time. And that's just the easiest way to do it because I work such a weird schedule and I work, long hours. So I can't always like walk away and, go outside. And it's just, that's the main gist of it. Now, as far as the sugar is concerned, I believe this is day 5 of Lent. And I have not had sugar. And when I say sugar, I don't mean I'm cutting out everything that has sugar. I'm still eating fruit, and I will allow myself to have the occasional granola bar, like a Nature Made granola bar, which those only have about 11 grams of sugar. But I am not actively eating like cookies or candy or anything like that. I am still allowing myself to have carbs. To me, that's, one of my favorite things in life. But because of some health issues that have recently, I don't want to say recently they've popped up because I've had them for a while, but I basically, my diet has been trash. And I think a lot of that has to deal with the fact that, I have an eating disorder that I'm trying to get through. And I also, you know, just have really bad eating habits. And on top of that, work is so stressful that I really turn to food as my comfort. So, this is definitely uncharted territory for me. I'm really trying to make it a point to not use food as a way out and as an escape. And I hope that someday I will be able to, eat normally. But for right now, it's definitely a challenge every single day. So that's just kind of where I'm at as far as that is concerned. And you can see behind me, Mochi took out every single one of his toys from his toy box. And he's actually right here. Hey, Bubba. He just woke up from a nap. How you doing, Bubs? He's kind of sick still, so that's really sad. I'm going to take his little furry booty to the vet this week because he keeps coughing. And he's had this for a little while now, like over a month. Oh, and now he's like curling up next to me, acting all cute. Hey, Bubba, you're cute. But I do have an Instagram account for him. So I will try to remember to link that below in the description box in case you guys want to see more from him. But I wanted to talk about my Filofax, my Holborn, which I did do a video on this last week for you guys. And you guys seem to be really liking it. So thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch that. Because not only does it give me good feedback, but, I like to see, what interests other people. And apparently whatever I have in here is doing the trick. I did make some adjustments to my planner. I don't really want to call it a planner because like I said in the video, it is more of a wallet. But I did make a couple of small adjustments, which I will show. But I don't want to feature my wallet again until my stuff from Etsy shows up. And like I mentioned in that video, a lot of that is going to take a while because one of them is actually a handmade item. I mean, technically it's all handmade, but one of them is like seriously handmade. And then the other one, you can see Mochi. Hi, Bubba. The other one is actually coming in from Spain, and those are my dividers. So when I do get everything, I will be sure to do an updated look into that planner for you guys because I have consolidated some things and I've made them a little bit more streamlined because I feel like I have a really bad tendency to make my planners look very chaotic, and I'm trying to cut down on that as much as possible because not only do I feel like your planner is a reflection of your life, but it's also a reflection of your mental and emotional state. So I have to admit, I am really struggling right now as far as my mental health is concerned. I did have a pretty bad panic attack in, I would say, the past 2 weeks. So, it's definitely been building up. And then yesterday I had a smaller one, but I was able to kind of calm down just because I had a giant bottle of water with me, and also because one of the people who I work with was, very understanding. So, woo, getting kind of emotional, y'all. But anyways, it is, what time is it? I think it's like around 1 o'clock, a little bit after 1 o'clock. And I forgot that today was daylight savings time. Like, DST starts today. So that was my bad. I woke up and I slept on the couch because I was watching the Leaving Neverland documentary on HBO last night, part one, and it's actually kind of a boring documentary. So just throwing that out there. But anyways, I fell asleep on the couch and I do have a clock, like a small clock that is right in front of my TV so that, I can't let time completely pass if I'm in the living room just doing whatever. And I was like, oh, okay, well, it's only like 5 o'clock. It's fine. It was really 6 o'clock. And then I thought it was only 6:42 and it was really 7:42. So needless to say, I am very, very lethargic today. Excuse me. And the daylight savings time thing definitely did not help that situation. In addition to that, I basically, I think I mentioned this, but I've been struggling with my depression lately. And I don't know if that's just from a lack of vitamin D or, whatever the case may be. But you can always kind of feel when you're starting to go downhill a little bit. And I can definitely see it because my apartment starts to look like crap and I kind of slow down on the projects that I'm doing. I don't keep up with my planners as much as I should, and I tend to spend more money. I tend to eat more, and it all just sort of piles up. And then that's also when the anxiety kicks in, you know. So I end up being really overwhelmed because I let all this stuff pile up because of my depression. And then I don't do anything about it for a while because I have the anxiety on top of it. And I really don't like either of those things to be excuses for not keeping up with stuff. But I feel like at the same time, sometimes you just have to let it be and you just have to ride through it all. And I have to admit, I do have a big dependency on those cleaning motivation videos. So I definitely recommend those if you guys are like me and you really struggle with basic stuff like loading the dishwasher and keeping your kitchen clean. So it's just kind of where I'm at right now. So I am actually dressed. I'm wearing yoga pants, which I haven't worn yoga pants in public, I don't think, in probably a couple of years now. I used to wear like workout leggings that I had all the time when I still lived in Houston. But as I started losing weight, they kept falling off of me. So I stopped wearing those, and it's too cold to wear the capris that I have. So the other pants that I have that I normally wear are also the ones that I wear for work. So those are, you can hear Mochi. He's clawing the rug that I have, which is okay because it's an indoor-outdoor rug. It's pretty, I think it can handle it. But I don't wear, yoga pants in public. And a lot of that is because I try to look a little bit more put together when I'm not at work, because I feel like a lot of the times at work I do look like a hobo. And mainly that's because there's so much going on. And I have to admit, I really like what my boss said to us yesterday. He basically was like, you know what? I've worked in this place on and off like 3 or 4 different times, and I've been here, a grand total of I don't even know how many years. But he was saying that when I did quit and I went to other places and something would go wrong, people would start freaking out. And he said I would just start laughing because, this place is so chaotic. and I've dealt with so much worse. So it's definitely one of those things where it's like you're going to have to learn to appreciate it, but it's also one of those things where it's like grow through what you go through, you know what I mean? So just kind of the way I'm trying to think about it, you know, trying to put a positive spin on it. So anyways, let me stop talking your ear off, and I think I'm going to go head to Target. I just want to see if they have any more of the Mrs. Meyer's spring scents, because I was only able to pick up the mint, and I would like to have at least one or two more. Maybe on like the hand soap, but there is one, I can't remember what the scent is, but it smells so good. It's not the lilac one. That one to me smells kind of disgusting, but I think it's the mint that smells really good. And then the other one is kind of like a dusty rose color. So I'm going to see if they actually have that there. But anyways, I will talk to y'all later. Okay, guys, so I am back from Target, and I thought I would do a little haul with you guys. So my desk is a complete and utter mess right now because my cat Mochi decided to knock over one of the, I can't call it a plant yet because I only put the seeds in there, but this is what it was. It was supposed to be daffodils. So I actually still have a bunch of potting soil all over my desk because I didn't have time to clean it during the work week. So I gotta do that after this video. But the first thing I got two of these. They are by Room Essentials, and they're just the everyday bath towels. So you can see it does have kind of a checkered texture to it. I really wanted ones that, these are more for like display, if I'm being honest, because I don't want to have to, you know, deal with like colors or anything. I just want to be able to bleach it and go, so that if I do have someone staying with me, like my dad talked about visiting, and I know my mom's going to visit me at some point this year, then, you know, I can always just have them use those, because honestly, all I really use are beach towels, and, you know, works for me, whatever. So I did get two of those, and then I found some stuff at the Dollar Spot. I always hit up the Dollar Spot, and I know some people are like, they're like, oh my God, I can't believe you fall into that trap. Like, well, guess what? They got some good deals. So I got, this is ridiculous, but I got a ton of sponges, a ton, because that's primarily what I use to wash my dishes with, you know, cleaning, like whatever you need. Like, sponges are your best friend. So I do feel bad for buying these though, because they're not the most eco-friendly, and I do acknowledge that, but at the same time, Mama's on a budget. Mama's trying to save some money. So, you know, it is what it is. So these were all $1, and I got, I think it was like 8 packs of them, all in different colors. So there's this one, which has cute little bubbles, and they're pink, and they do come 2 in a pack. So kind of like for the whole spring cleaning thing. And then these are the orange ones, and they have like, you know, lines on them. These are my favorite. I tried so hard not to buy all of them that were there because I already have some of these, but they are the lemon ones. You guys know I love lemons. And then these are just green with, you know, the lines on them. So I thought those were super cute. Definitely motivating, you know, to go ahead and clean. So, of course, I had to get some Mrs. Meyer's when I was there. Like, you guys know how I am. Like, this is a bad obsession. Very, very bad obsession. And if I were to show you how bad of an obsession it actually is, you'd be like, okay, why do you keep going to Target? It's because they they keep releasing all these scents that are limited edition. I'm just like, I need it. And I know that sounds absolutely insane to be obsessed with like cleaning stuff and like dish soap and hand soap, but they just smell so good. So the first one that I got is the limited edition Mrs. Meyer's in the lilac scent. Now, I know a lot of people are not a fan of this scent. At least that's the impression that I get personally. But I really do think it does smell like lilacs. And as a hand soap, I'm okay with that. I don't think I would want it as a dish soap. But as a hand soap, I'm okay with it. And then this scent is what I was talking about in the last clip. I think I might have mentioned it to you guys. But let me just, I gotta smell it first. This is definitely one of my favorites as far as limited edition is concerned. It's the peony scent, and it's in this really pretty like pink packaging, kind of like a dusty rose, I guess. Is that what we would call this? I don't know. But I love the packaging because pink is like my favorite color. So I got 2 of them, and I got the multi-service spray because why not? All right. So that's actually all the cleaning stuff that I got. I did get some 3M hooks because I took the rope lighting down from my kitchen because I was like, well, let's see how I like it without it. And I decided that I like my kitchen better with the rope lighting up there. So I got to put it back up. But I got some of those, and quick tip for you guys is if you're planning on putting lights like to frame your cabinets or anything in your kitchen, I definitely recommend using the outdoor 3M strips just because they work a little bit better at staying on the wall or the cabinets or whatever you're sticking them to. So just throwing that out there. I did also get this from the Dollar Spot. I didn't want one of the ones that has like the little area where you can write on it with chalk, although I guess you could just write on this in general with chalk, but I just wanted something that was really simplistic because I think I'm going to hang my what are they? My pot holders off of this. So I actually did get rid of a lot of my pot holders that I made in the last year just because, like I mentioned to you guys before, I am in a different season of my life and I don't really want the same type of, you know, colors and like decor and stuff. And I don't know, I guess I'm actually growing up, which I have a story that goes along with that in just a minute. But I did get another one of these cute little buzzy, if you can see that, cute little buzzy like grow kits. So this one is for forget-me-nots. I thought that'd be really cute. I don't know how on earth I'm going to keep it away from Mochi though, because he is like Stitch from Lilo and Stitch, you know, like when he's destroying fake San Francisco. That's kind of how I think of him with my plants, because if I had $1 for every time that he tried to dig up my plants, I would be a trillionaire by now. And I've only had those plants for like 2 or 3 weeks. So I did find this one as well, which I am very excited about. It was the only one left. And I love succulents. They're probably like my favorite thing to grow or to have in the house, in my apartment, whatever. I had like a cute little terrarium that we actually got rid of because there were like all these nasty little bugs in it. But I did have one that had like a bunch of different succulents in it when we were still living in Houston. So anyways, it is a succulent grow kit, also by the same brand, Buzzy. And it's in this really cute like planter. It's plastic, but I like the, you know, the design of it. It's like a really nice like basket weave. So this is going to be really cool, especially if I can get this sucker to grow. I also got a mascara. This is the e.l.f. Eye Enhancing Black Diamond Mascara. Never tried this one. I'm not the biggest fan of e.l.f. makeup in general, just because it just doesn't really do anything for me. So I tend to stick to Maybelline, like, you know, just the classic Great Lash Mascara for my lashes, and that's about it. So I thought I would kind of branch out and try something different. I also went ahead and I got one of these really deep cereal bowls from Corelle, and this is just in the white frost. I don't like dishes that have designs on them or that are like weird colors. I just would rather have something that's plain white because it'll never go out of style. It'll always make your food look good, and your food will always be the focal point. So that's just the way that I look at it. I mean, obviously do what you want, but I also have a very bad tendency of breaking things, which is why I am a 25-year-old lady who is using Corelle. So now you know my life story. Okay, the last couple things that I got are actually food, and I don't like to do food hauls on my channel a whole lot because I don't think that they're that riveting, although I will admit one of my favorite things to watch is when moms do like food hauls. I don't know why. I find it so fascinating, like what people buy and, you know, their diets and things like that. I think it really says a lot about you. So keep in mind, I am trying to avoid sugar, but not all sugars, just like, you know, cookies and candy and that kind of thing, which was really difficult because I didn't realize it till I actually got to Target, but I hadn't eaten anything. And I was very tempted to start putting chocolate into my cart, but I held off, and this is what I walked out of there with. So I got some of this Stonefire Naan, and I absolutely love this stuff. I love it so much. Like, I haven't had this in years. So I personally like to have this with hummus. So I got the Sabra roasted red pepper hummus. This is probably my favorite. And then aside from that, okay, that's gonna fall. Aside from that, I already broke into these, but these are the Blue Diamond honey roasted almonds. I wanted something that was a little bit sweet, but that wasn't, you know, gonna be like totally horrible. So I thought this was kind of the best of both worlds because I do love almonds. But if you want me to be honest, look at how much sugar is on those. I feel like you never realize how much sugar is in stuff or on it until you're trying to cut sugar from your diet. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. I also got 2 of these. They're probably my favorite Nature Valley granola bars, but it's just the classic oats and honey. And I normally will use these as like dessert because I'm not a fan of like ice cream, and we all know I'm trying to avoid that kind of stuff anyways. I don't really do dessert anyways. That was not really a thing in my house growing up unless, you know, it was like a holiday or we went out to eat or something. But even then, it really didn't happen that often. Okay, I also got these, which I made sure to see how much sugar was in all of this stuff before I bought it. And I guess what I'm sticking to now is like 11 grams of sugar and under. So I just got the Target brand of the, what are they called? Nutri-Grain bars. And I got 2 of these in the blueberry. It's hard for me to say blueberry because I'm so used to saying blueberry. But that is everything that I got. So anyways, I am going to put all this stuff away. And then I'm just now realizing that this is probably going to have to be like a 3-part vlog. And in case you guys are wondering, there is a reason why I do not put like montages and like music in my vlogs. It's because, one, it's too much work. And two, I'm filming this on my phone. I do not have iMovie except for what is already on my phone. So it's kind of hard for me to edit this type of stuff. Not only that, but I did try to make a plan with me video for you guys for the month of March, but I wasn't able to go ahead and post it because I did it kind of like a traditional plan with me where I just, sped everything up and then I had music playing, and for whatever reason, it would not let me put more than one song in there, and I was getting really frustrated. So I tried for 3 days to edit this thing and it wouldn't let me. So I was pretty much I'm just gonna leave it. So in case you're wondering, that's why my vlogs are not as fancy as everybody else's. Not only that, but I'm trying to enjoy making videos. I don't want it to become a full-time job because I already have one of those. So it's just the way I look at it, But anyways, to each their own. So I will talk to you guys in the next clip. Good morning, guys. So it is about 9 o'clock right now on Monday morning. And I just got done with some yoga. I only did 15 minutes because honestly, I feel like if I do any more than 15 to 20 minutes, I start to go crazy. I generally reserve anything more than 20 minutes for the days that I feel super, super anxious or really stressed out. So I use an app called Down Dog, and I've, excuse me, had it for about 4 months now, and I'm really enjoying it. So I ended up getting the year-long membership for, I think it was $35, which normally I think it's a lot more than that. But the way I see it is it's unlimited. So you get you get to practice as many times as you want. And it's a lot cheaper to do it this way than it is for me to go to an actual yoga class all the time. Not only that, but I don't want to be committed to an actual class just yet. So I am looking into, maybe trying some out in my area. But for right now, I'm just going to stick with the app because I like how you can change the duration. So you can go anywhere from 3 to 3 minutes to, I think it's an hour, hour and a half, depending on what you want for the actual, workout. So if you're into yoga or you want to be, I definitely recommend that. No, this is not sponsored. You guys know my channel is not big enough for me to be sponsored by anything yet. And I don't even know if I'll ever get to that point, but you know what? I'm not worried about it. So Mochi that's my washer. I put a load of clothes in today because I was a hobo and I didn't do it yesterday. So Mochi has had a little bit of trouble breathing and he's been kind of sick. I think I mentioned that. And I'm kind of freaking out because his breathing is a little bit more labored than, I think what it normally is. So I made an appointment with a vet. And the only thing is that I made the appointment for 2 days from now, which is probably not going to happen. But I don't know. I woke up and it gave me a ton of anxiety. So, obviously I want to take better care of my baby cat than I do of myself, which sounds really bad because, as a kid, I didn't really understand why my mom did the things that she did. Getting her hair done and dressing nicely just to go buy groceries. Now that I'm older, I totally get it. And she had to explain it to me at one point in time. It's you got to take care of yourself so you can take care of everyone else around you. And that's kind of what I'm striving towards, you know? So I am definitely trying to do that. But right now, you know, I would rather put his health first because he's not going to live nearly as long as I am. So anyways, I had to kind of improvise this, and I'm not a fan of doing this, let me tell you. But Mochi has been digging up my plants, and I did try to have plants last year. I believe it was 3 aloe vera plants, and I threw all of them out because I got like those little bugs that, you know, live in the soil, and they ended up preventing the plant from like getting proper nutrients or whatever, and it started like creating nests in there, and it's disgusting. This is like the second time that it's happened to me, and it's so frustrating. So if any of you guys are into gardening and you know how to prevent that kind of crap, let me know, because I tried drying out the soil and those little buggers were still there. So I'm going to see how it goes this year, but I'm going to pray that it doesn't actually happen. So that being said, Mochi has been digging up my plants, and I'm very, very irritated because this has been going on for a couple of weeks now. And my mom made the suggestion that I need to take a towel and wrap it around the base of the plant so that he can't get to the soil. So me and my ghetto fabulous self, I went ahead and I took an old towel and I cut it up so you can tell I made kind of like a, you know, like an X. And this way, like, I just put the plant itself like through the hole, and, you know, then I still have access to the soil itself, but it makes it more difficult for Mochi to have access. So we will see how that goes. The 2 plants that I bought that are low shade plants from Home Depot, I put it on those first because the other ones are still seeds. So we shall see how this goes. But anyways, there's that. So the only other thing is one of my orders on Etsy. I ordered a dishwasher magnet. Never thought I would be the type of person to order a dishwasher magnet, but for some reason, I love the idea. I don't know why, but I love the idea because one of my biggest pet peeves is, especially when you live with other people and you open the dishwasher and you're like, I don't know if this crap is like dirty or clean. So obviously having a dishwasher magnet is supposed to help. So I do live with myself. And I should be able to remember, but no, I have a trash memory. So I thought it would be a good idea. So oddly enough, I ordered this Ray Dunn inspired dishwasher magnet. Now don't even get me started on the whole Ray Dunn thing because I know everybody's obsessed with all her stuff. I'm not obsessed, mainly because I just don't care. But I loved how the magnet looked. You can hear him coughing. That sounds so bad. My poor baby. You okay, Bubs? Oh my God. This sounds so bad. So anyways, oddly enough, the girl that I ordered it from on Etsy, she lives maybe like a half hour from where I used to live in Houston. So to give you guys a little bit of context, I used to live in Conroe, which is like low-key the boonies. So you have like Houston right here, and then north of that you have like the Woodlands, and then Conroe is like a little bit off to the northeastern side. And like I said, it's low-key the boonies. But Cypress is actually where my magnet is coming from. So it's kind of on the western side. So not, I don't know, it's like a western suburb of Houston. So it's funny because I used to work at a CVS there. But anyways, I contacted the shop because it said like before March 1st that my package was in pre-transit. And I'm like, okay. So it said like, you know, the label was created, whatever. So basically I'm like, okay, so she created the label, but she just hasn't gotten it to the post office yet. Like, whatever. So I'm trying to be patient, and it's been at least 2 weeks since I received that notification, and I still have not gotten my package. And I went onto her shop and I looked at all the other reviews, and I didn't really see anybody else having the same problem. So I'm like, well, you know, she just started her shop like this year or whatever. So, you know, I don't want to be rude. So I did contact her. So just kind of waiting to hear back. And I'm just hoping that I don't have to like open a case with Etsy, because I can always, you know, go buy a dishwasher magnet from somebody else, but I already went through all that crap and I should have already received it, but I haven't. So I don't know what the deal is, but I'm trying to figure that out. And also waiting for my dividers and the other thing from Etsy to come in for my Holborn is taking forever. Like, see, I don't mind supporting small businesses, especially within the planner community, because there's a lot of you guys out there who make some really good stuff. Like, it's really good quality, and, you know, the designs are cute, and I mean, you know, it's like, why not? Like, I don't want to have to buy all my crap off of Amazon, but at the same time, waiting for it is like so agonizing. I don't know. I guess a lot of that is just because of the world we live in, where it's like no one has any patience anymore. So it's okay. Patience is a virtue. Patience is a virtue. Keep telling myself that. So anyways, I need to pick up a couple things from Walmart, like food type stuff. I think it's mainly just going to be like a little bit of fruit. Like, I need some oranges, I need bananas. And then I also wanted to grab some more bacon. I think I should be able to last another 2 weeks maybe without having to go to Sam's Club, and, you know, without having to spend more than 20 bucks. So that's another thing that I wanted to mention really quickly, is that I reviewed my spending last night, and I've been spending way too much. Like, I do stick to a budget when it comes to my groceries, but when it comes to everything else, not really. So I think I'm going to have to actually go full on Dave Ramsey. Not so much with my bills, because all of those come out of my credit card anyways, but anything else, I don't want to do it for gas, because I don't really drive a whole lot, and I only need to fill up my tank about once every 2.5 weeks. But as far as like food is concerned, and Target and, you know, just like random little bits and bobs, I definitely am only going to be using cash. So we'll see how this goes, because I don't really feel like I have control with cash. Although, tell that to the $20 bill that I still have in my wallet. So we'll find out. But I'll let you guys know how that goes. So I got to go figure out my categories. But anyways, just wanted to come on here and let y'all know what I'm up to. So yeah, I think today is going to be like a serious cleaning day, because I let my apartment go to crap over the past week and a half. So it is what it is. But anyways, I will talk to you guys later.